Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have the Qin F25. This is the actual successor to the F21 in my opinion. I still recommend the F21. I think it's a great hybrid device, but if you're looking for something newer with newer Android and a newer processor and a little bit of a better camera and screen and all of those things, then the F25 is finally a decent successor that I can recommend to most of you. So as you know, this is a transition device. I would not recommend it as a dumb phone lifestyle change device, but it's quite fast, very nice, easy to use. It does come with a browser. You can modify it. You can make it as smart or as simple as you like. And for that, let's take a look into the frequently asked questions. So as you see in the frequently asked questions, this can install pretty much any application from the Play Store. And of course, some of them are not going to work because of the screen or the aspect ratio. But for most things, this device works as intended, as a hybrid device, something that you can still keep certain applications and have a good time. It's a very slim profile, very nice feel in the hand. The camera in the back is excellent. I'm going to showcase you some samples right now. And as you see, they're quite sharp, very nice to use, not too difficult at all. I really enjoyed the camera quality and the samples that I was able to take for this testing period. So for the $150 or so, depending on when you buy it and whether you get a promotion or not, I think the device is definitely an upgrade over the F21, definitely a better camera, definitely a faster speeds, and processing power. So it's not going to hang up or crash as the F21 sometimes did. So one thing is the messaging experience. I would recommend that you definitely customize it to your liking with apps like TT9 or on-screen keyboard. So as you see right here, this is the default keyboard that they have preloaded. It's called Qin board. And as you see right there, hello, my name is Jose. And as you see, it's the triple click version. There are some customizations that you can make with the current keyboard. So as you see, set as the default keyboard, it comes preloaded with Gboard. Enable T9. As you see right there, you can enable it as a method for input. And you can do multilingual support. So it does have a lot of different languages, not the most extensive, but quite extensive for most of the kind of like Latin and some of the right to left languages. So it's quite nice. You can also load the user dictionary, restore dictionary, get some of the information on GitHub, etc., etc. I definitely recommend that you get TT9 instead and, just use it that way. The device you can navigate for the most part with the keypad. And that is some of the improvements, some of the main improvements over the F21 is the keypad is quite large, very recognizable, easy to use. You're able to kind of like fly around, and see all of the different things, access all of the different apps. As you see right there, I'm kind of navigating throughout all of these different things, all of the kind of like location. You are able to do maps. Pretty much everything works as intended. And you are not going to have, kind of like many issues using the device and understanding how to use it just because it's a little bit of a hybrid device. I do like the keys, the travel, the way that they're laid out. You actually feel that there's enough space for you to press the 5 key, the 4 key, the 3 key, and there's enough separation to understand like, okay, this is here or there, and I'm not going to be messing up as often. You can also disable the keyboard to use it for typing, and you can type via the screen. As you see right here, there's swipe, and you're able to use whatever it is that you can use or that you want to do, and you're able to get extra things like emojis and kind of navigate. So it is that feel of a good transition device. One thing that is notable is the availability or lack of availability of RCS. So depending on your region and on your carrier, here in the United States, this device is only working with T-Mobile in an extremely limited area. So I do not recommend it for those of you watching here in the United States. Unfortunately, this is more of an international device, but whether it's going to work with RCS is mostly dependent to your carrier, to your region, and whether it's going to allow you with this device to register for RCS. You have a browser, and definitely you can use it for all of the different purposes. to watch and whatnot, and kind of like go through all of these different things. But as you see, it's quite responsive, very easy to use, very nice feel in the hand. It's quite a stylish device, in the back. Like you have this resemblance of the Nokia Lumia 1020, if you recall that device. And yeah, I personally think that this is a great successor to the F21. During my testing, the battery life was very adequate. The camera is extremely adequate, and you have a lot of nicer features. Of course, it's not a lifestyle device. It's not a full change. You still have access to a bright color screen, which it's up to you to decide whether that is something that you want to integrate. Definitely the smaller screen on a smartphone will help, but there may be other devices that you want to consider. So namely, they also have, especially for the international market, this other device called the K25, which is, as you see, way smaller. It does have a similarly sized screen. It's actually just a tad smaller screen here on the K25. I'll be doing a full review very soon. I think this may be a better, just because of the size, just a better, more like forgettable device. Or you can get a Jelly Star, which is also a very small and forgettable device. This still occupies a little bit of kind of like your pocket, like this the size as a smartphone, right? It's a little bit bigger. And it still will be quite recognizable that you have the ability to do all the things that you want to do. So up to you to decide whether you want, something smart, something in between. But if you want something smart, something in between, this is the device to get with Android 14. This thing flies, and it has like all of the different features as you see. You also have a touchscreen that you can use. It doesn't slow down. And for being a smaller device and a good resource for the dumb phone community, I think it comes with a plethora of features, good battery life, 128 gigs of storage. Again, there's a lot of good, positive things that they have made this happen. Hotspot, and yeah, it's something to consider, something to take a look into if it fits your budget and you have been looking for an upgrade, especially if you're coming from the F21 and you're in the international market, or you've been looking for a transition device, a hybrid device. This should be at the top of your list. If you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices I have reviewed, make sure to put them in the comments below and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.